你好，祝你有美好的一天。这就是频道 Celebrity News Today 247。这是今天的新闻。
After Xiao Zhan sued He and won the case, Sisheng listened to thunder, a true warrior, a fierce man. On 7.19, the high-profile case of Xiao Zhan suing black fans for infringement was finally settled. The defendant immediately stopped the infringement, publicly apologized and kept it on the top for 30 days. 32,170 yuan was paid to the plaintiff for mental damages and rights protection expenses. Seeing this, I felt a lot of emotion for a while, and I couldn't stop sighing. So let's take a look with Meow Pig. After Xiao Zhan told He that he had won the case, Sisheng listened to the thunder. 1. Cheers to the warrior Xiao Zhan. In ancient Greek mythology, the fly was regarded as a symbol of warriors because the flies have the courage to return to the place where they were driven or even endangered. Xiao Zhan is undoubtedly a true warrior in this matter. The internet storm, which is still shocking when recalled to this day, is overwhelming, and it is more than infringement. It was a slaughter of unarmed and innocent people by the sunspots driven by their own interests. Its brutality is appalling. For example, at that time, no one would be surprised if Xiao Zhan was driven crazy or committed suicide. Most people are afraid of the rope after being bitten by a snake for 10 years, and instinctively want to stay away from things that have hurt themselves. But that's not Xiao Zhan. He gets up from wherever he falls, defeating the things that once terrified you, and then forging ahead. This is Xiao Zhan's style. Suffering from the slaughter of various infringements, it starts with the downfall of infringements. Moreover, there are strategies and tactics. Take it step by step, work steadily, from familiarizing yourself with the legal process, to collecting evidence, fixing evidence, even hiring a professional lawyer, and doing it myself. And all of this, it's all done silently in places we can't see, so when we admire Xiao Zhan's beauty in prosperous times, this Xiao Zhan, who is gentle on the outside but extremely staunch on the inside, has long sounded the horn of the march in the light of clouds and wind. 2. The internet is not a place outside the law. Across the screen, it seems as if the mountains and seas are separated from each other, and the two cannot see each other. In addition, the previous management is sparse, so it gives people an illusion. I scold you, and you don't know it's me who scolds you. Then I can naturally be unscrupulous. But Xiao Zhan sued and won the case, sounding a wake-up call to all those who speak out. The internet is not a place outside the law, and what you say is not even as good as pouring water. Water may leave no trace under the action of transpiration, but the internet has memory. Along the network cable, a sentence you drank too much bragging about 10 years ago may be recorded. Therefore, facing the screen, you should have a heart of awe and discipline your words and deeds. To borrow a famous quote from Tagore, it can be explained, there are no traces of wings left in the sky, but I have already flown. 3. Blacksmithing needs to be hard on itself. I remember a master of Chinese studies who had a profound and incisive exposition on scolding. I can only understand the essence of it, that is, if you scold others, you must first ensure that you don't have the fault of being scolded. For example, if you scold someone else's mother, you have to prevent others from condolences to your mother. But if it was the great sage Monkey King who jumped out of the cracks in the stone, there would be no such scruples. In fact, a lawsuit is nothing more than another kind of rhetoric, but the occasion is more formal. Therefore, the above-mentioned Golden Book of Scolding is also applicable. But Xiao Zhan undoubtedly won by scolding. Then tell us, he accuses the other of any of them. He definitely didn't offend, that's why he can be so confident. Blacksmithing also requires a hard, high-quality character. Whether online or offline, it is the only way to win. 4. Clear action is everyone's responsibility. I always thought that the clear wind blowing in the entertainment circle was just government behavior. But Xiao Zhan let Meow see how a wise individual, with the help of the policy shield, on the one hand, it promotes the implementation of laws and regulations, and on the other hand benefits itself. One of the clear items in the Konglang action is to address the frequent occurrence of cyber infringement cases to be resolutely attacked. Xiao Zhan's victory against the Black is undoubtedly in line with the Clear East Wind. On the basis that the state has increased the punishment for infringement, it follows the trend. A good, just, reasonable, and clean social environment is what everyone desires. However, the construction of the government alone is obviously not enough. It's time for everyone to act. Everyone is transformed into sunlight, and the darkness naturally has nowhere to hide. 5. The lace trail scandal can be put to rest. The word flow was originally an exclusive noun for neutrality, but it was forcibly made by Vanity Fair into a derogatory term for wearing gold and silver. Traffic equals money equals fame and fortune. How to gain traffic and gain fame and fortune. The simplest and most direct and efficient is to concoct all kinds of lace news, gossip, ambiguous scandals, using people's curiosity and other gray and even dark psychology to increase exposure. Therefore, people have mixed emotions of love and hate, although they are not happy, but in terms of traffic being king, it's only half push and half. But Xiao Zhan is an exception. His traffic is exchanged by the equivalent of real skills, so he can also strictly say no to this so-called traffic in righteousness. 6. Celebrities are ordinary people too. For a long time, in the consciousness of Miahu, stars have always been regarded as people. At least not ordinary people like you and me, but immortals who live 108,000 light years away from us mortals. But Xiao Zhan told Miao Pig with practical actions, celebrities are people too. Their glorious halo is often added by fans. Their laughter and scolding in front of the camera, to put it bluntly, it is actually a kind of work, and it is not necessarily more noble than the diligent and sweaty you and me. Taking off the extravagant and fantastic halo given by that layer of magnesium light, they are actually the same people as us, the same emotions and 6 desires, the same to eat and drink Lazarus. Likewise, we must obey the law. Of course, it is also protected by law. Xiao Zhan sued He in favor of the case, but rather said, Xiao Zhan overcame his fears and did what a socially responsible citizen should do, relying on the excellent character to fight a beautiful turnaround battle. Undoubtedly, this also opens the door to a new world for us. Not only has it created a good example for other injured people in the same entertainment circle, what's more, we can see the bottom line and dignity of a person who is upright and unbreakable. This is where Xiao Zhan deserves to be applauded. Brave, fearless, wise and responsible, a true warrior, a brave man.